And we're back. We're live. We promised to be here most weeks. A little something came up last week, so we had to skip last week. But we will be here most weeks, and most weeks you'll have your Kate, and many weeks we will have Philip as well. Hey, Philip, thank you for joining us.
Yay, Philip.
Philip is not is very comfortable behind the camera and just getting uh, sort of it's got a new front of house,
Mhm.
but is of high value.
Yay, Philip.
So thank you. Um, I'm hearing a little bit of background noise from somewhere, but we'll forge ahead anyway. Um, so uh, the idea, just as a reminder of these, is they're just like an informal catch up. We're going to kind of tell you what we're up to and go through questions. When we were last here a couple of weeks ago, we had John Fan. It had a cast of thousands actually. I think there were six of us, and we didn't
Mhm.
manage to get because some of the other people who aren't here today are kind of talkative. We didn't manage to get to all of your questions, so we're going to do a few more questions today. But I just wanted to update you. A couple of people have been asking, which is wonderful. Is there going to be another chance to invest? Yeah, we're going to do another investment round fairly soon. We'll give you details on that soon. And at the same time, we'll do one of those presentations that explains all of the plans that are evolving there. Right now, there's kind of two efforts going on at the moment. One is just doing the best that we can do, right? Which isn't as much as we'd like to, but it's the best that we can do. For everybody who's supported us and looked after us over the years. As you know, if you're close to us, we had extinction level challenges earlier this year, and through incredibly good luck and kind of amazing support, we made it through. But we've had to what's that expression? You have to make an omelet, you have to break some eggs, and we've had to make some very very tough decisions. But the chief one amongst it has been that there are folks, and again, my apologies if you're among them, who didn't receive everything they ordered, and now to make a great company in the future, those products are discontinued, and so we're giving you MagBucks, and so that's what a lot of this week's questions are going to be about. So I think what we'll do is, Kate, why don't you go out with the questions? I'll have a crack at answering them. Philip, if you think I'm missing the point or something, you chip in and add a little extra color. And Kate, you do the same, right? I mean, we can all just,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, we can all ask questions, can't we?
Yes. Yes, we can. Well, so since you mentioned MagBucks, I just wanted to start with what are MagBucks, just in case that anyone's watching today hasn't heard about it yet, hasn't been checking their emails. Just kind of like a general overview what MagBucks are at the moment.
Yeah. So look, it's very simple for everybody who has one or more products that weren't shipped and now won't be shipped because things that we're still going to ship a Power Brick Pro, the nice brick that goes in the wall, just a really very simple, strong product that everybody needs. And Lux cables, first generation, well, not first generation, but they're kind of original, I would say classic Lux. They're all shipped out. The only ones of those that aren't shipped out are when people got their invitation to pick them up and didn't click on the link. Lux Pro, the new, stronger, more powerful one. Oh, we shot an amazing film the other day. I'll show you. I'll show you in the next couple of weeks. Kate's smiling because she just saw it this morning.
Mhm.
Um, but Lux Pro is going ahead. It'll still be another few months, but we're excited about it. Again, just a very, very solid, just perfect for everybody, perfect for
And
gifting,
colorful.
and colorful, beautiful colors.
Yeah.
So products that are going to ship will ship, but where there's a product that we've had to discontinue as part of saving the company, we're going to be giving you MagBucks instead. And again, uh, what we're doing, here's the calculation. We're taking not what you paid for the product, because everybody got a discount, or many people got a discount. So what we're doing is we're taking the full retail price. And if it had more than one price, most products didn't, but if it had more than one price, we're taking the highest of the retail prices at which it was offered. So maybe you paid this, we're taking this price, and then we're doubling this. Okay. Right. So the MagBucks is generous. In order for the company to move forward, you won't be able to use 100% of MagBucks for future purchases. You'll be able to use 50% towards future purchases. That's just to do with cash, right? If we're going to take the company forwards, um, I can't say that I'm thrilled about it, but as I said earlier, our choice a few months ago, and we did long presentations about this, and I don't want every week to be going over this again, but we had the choice of either just saying we're done or making some really radical choices. And by being bold enough to do that, we've now got extraordinary new support. We've got a new partnership, a letter of intent to sign contract, I hope within the next couple of days. There's just like a whole. I'm frustrated because I can't announce them just yet because I want to make sure that they're in the bag
Hmm.
before we announce them to you. But both Philip and Kate are intimately involved with. I mean, tell me if I'm overstating it here. With like a series of things that would not have been possible for us in the past.
Yep.
Impossible
Yep.
before John Fanning and his crew got involved, and before making these tough choices. So success is never certain, and it still isn't. But boy, I think we've been offered an extraordinary new lease of life, and um, we're going through all of the data at the moment. We'll talk about that for MagBucks in a second. And if you've ever run a company, you know how it is that you've got some of your information's over here, and some of it's over here, and some of it's over here, and some of it's over here. And you wind up with it in all these different places. And in order to get the MagBucks numbers properly sorted out, because over the years we've been in, off the top of my head, I can think of five checkouts for various different reasons. And it was the right, each of them was the right decision at the time, but with the benefit of hindsight, I'd never have sat on that broken toilet. With the benefit of hindsight, we would have. No, not a problem. With the benefit of hindsight, we would have made a different choice at the beginning. We'd have chosen a different shopping cart at the beginning that had different qualities if we'd known where everything was going to happen. But consolidating all of that data in one place and then all of the investor data, we're just starting to get this much kind of clearer picture. And I don't know about you guys, but as I look at it, I just feel extremely grateful to this extraordinary small army of folks who've been
Yeah.
um, supporting us over the years. And we'll talk more about one or two of the individuals if they will give us permission to in the weeks ahead. But as we speak, whenever we speak about an individual, we're really speaking about you. If that makes sense. All right. So MagBucks, whatever essentially the price you paid was this. Uh, that will have been at a discount because we've always done great pre-order offers. And we'll take the full retail price and double that for the MagBucks. And then the MagBucks you can use your MagBucks kind of indefinitely for up to 50% of a purchase. That means we're going to put a couple of extra dollars in. There may be other discounts and so on. Investors from the last round, I think we mentioned this last time we broadcast, right, Kate? But investors in our last investment round from April, I think,
April. Yeah.
brain is scrambled. Yeah, from April of this year, the last week of April of this year, you have been given some vouchers. Those are different from MagBucks, and those vouchers you can just use them in full. And we would love for you to do so. As an investor, I promise you, the best thing for your company is to use those in full right away on the inventory that we've got in stock. And when new inventory comes in, use your MagBucks
Hmm.
and chuck in a couple of extra dollars for that. That's the thing that is the healthiest for the company. And if you can do that, that would be great. So just as a reminder, and by the way, I've lost count. Hundreds and hundreds of people who've got those have already done this, right, Kate?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I've
I,
seen lots of orders for
yeah, when we
investors.
initially, I just saw there was a huge surge of orders that
Hmm.
weekend. Lots of Lux in stock, Power Brick Pro, which you can always use. I used half a dozen of them around this house. Um, in stock, ready to go. Ships arrives in a few days. You get tracking information, everything, the full like where it
Hmm.
should be. So please do that. If you have April 20, am I saying this right? April 2024
Yeah.
investor vouchers. you want to use those, or it would be great if you would use those right away for stuff that's in stock and ready to ship. Right. So
Mhm.
that's investor vouchers. Then there's MagBucks, which we just described a couple of times. And then Kate always likes me to, and is right to make the point that that is different from MagFast Club rewards, which are more like classic points that you might earn on a credit card or from an airline. They're valued in the same kind of a way, like, right. Whereas MagBucks are just one for one. One MagBuck is worth $1 against your order. All right, so that's what MagBucks are. Let's rip through. Philip? Was that reasonably clear?
Yes, but you did forget to say that investors in the last round also get their MagBucks doubled yet again.
Yep,
This
that's
is
true.
true. Yeah.
Mhm.
So last round we can't always do this, but the last round was a great one in which to invest. So you get the dollars that I just mentioned, investor vouchers, and then whatever MagBucks you're due, if you're due any, they are being doubled. So let's talk about when folks are going to see that. Kate, I mean, Philip, you've been very close to the kind of, Kate's been project managing this. Philip, you've been close to the data. Why don't you just give us like just a little kind of, you know, for you, for your for one's elderly parent description of kind of what's been happening on the data, getting MagBucks ready, and when they're now going to be ready.
I mean, like you said, having all the orders, all the customers in multiple places has been challenging.
Mhm.
And there's also the challenge on top of that that some customers ordered through different emails. And we don't want to send them 5 different emails with 5 different MagBuck values. So
Yep.
Amanda's been very hard at working to get all of those into one. That's been a huge challenge. But seems like we're very close because right now we're doing tests and we're just finding little things here and there, but for the most part the data is there. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
very confident about getting it out very
This, I
soon.
mean, because of all of the challenges we've had, as I said, there's these different carts, and it goes back over time and over the entire history of the company. There've been lots of different offers, pre-order this and get this. So just working through all of those different combinations, and then on top of that, Philip just mentioned multiple email addresses, and then a significant percentage of just wrong email addresses that no one, like, if you like, there's no such thing as gmai.com, gmai.com. It doesn't exist.
Yep.
All right. And so some people are going, "Well, you never kind of email me." Well, if there are typos in the email address, and we've been trying to find those, work through those, and get as many of them out as we can.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
I just see Ronald. Thank you, Ronald H. I'm not going to call out your last name. Ronald is asking some questions online. Appreciate you. You're saying, nice that we're doing stuff for investors. What about the folks who ordered when we first started? Well, that's what MagBucks is all about. We're going back through all time, through the entire history of the company, which is why these calculations are taking a while, because of all of the different combinations of things that have happened over time. I mean, but basically, we were doing all of that. Meanwhile, the folks who we were partnering with for the manufacturing, and again, I don't want to spend every week discussing this, but I could over and over again, further down the supply chain, just kind of um, underperformance after underperformance. I've taken responsibility for that before. We never have had enough funds on hand, as they say, to what's it called? Fish and cut bait, but cut bait and fish. Or what's the expression?
Oh,
Where you just
yeah.
cut
I
it
don't know.
off and go over here and do it over here.
Yeah.
We didn't have the funding to, like, it was we never had enough resource to just stop this operation and start over fresh with new suppliers. So and that's why this has taken a while. We've gone back through every record of everything for every year since we've been in existence to make sure that that everybody's getting their MagBucks in full. So, Ronald, that's the answer to your question. Is for everybody who's been here from the start, we're going, like, I would say, line by line, but in some cases line by line, to make sure that every single item that wasn't shipped is taken into account. And we'd love to do more, but it just isn't possible to do more if we're going to keep the company alive with a chance to thrive, which we really believe that we've got now. So I'm not proud that we got into that situation, but I'm very proud of the way that the team has handled it since then. And frankly, the bigger team, which is you, if you're watching now, just thank you. All right, Kate, next question,
Mhm.
please.
Do we have like a? Is
Um,
my internet slow? Can you hear me?
you're a little delayed, but we hear you just fine. So maybe keep going with the next question.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, the next.
or do a mime act, which was sort of
I was just trying to see because it's slow for me.
yeah.
The next question is when will MagBucks be ready? And I mean, Philip said we're very close. We're just checking our work and making sure that everything's correct before we set it live. But it should be very very soon. And
Yeah,
I'm
even I'm hearing should be, could be, ought to be language there, Kate, because we've said this before.
yeah.
Um, this time next week, the 12th of September, is my birthday. It's also it's my birthday. I'm going to be 5. But very sweet. We've said this before. Member of my extended family. This time next week, the 12th. I'm hearing a little delay or feedback there from some echo from
He
some.
fixed it.
Um, uh, this very sweet young lady Bella, who's the cousin of a. It's difficult to explain the exact relationship, but she's part of our family. She's my daughter's cousin. That's the easiest way of putting it. She just turned 5, and she said, "I'm a whole hand
That's so cute.
on my birthday." Um,
Oh.
I'm now more hands than we have in this room right now, and a bit. Uh, mm, in fact, everyone's more than everyone in the room is more hands than we have in the room. But it's my birthday next September the 12th. It's actually also Rex. Some of you know Rex, who's now key to this operation special projects director and is working on some very special projects right now. So coincidentally, it's also his birthday. So on Rex's and my birthday, uh, we will have this live. Yes, that's 1 week from today, September the 12th. And I think it's going to be, I mean, I'm sure someone somewhere will find, I'm sure there will be an error somewhere. And there may be places where we could lay it out. Like we're working really hard to make it super clear. You'll just come there and you'll see the products listed and what their full retail price was and how many bucks you're getting, and you get the total at the bottom. Philip's doing an amazing job laying that out. But I'm sure one or two people will ask questions, and maybe we'll fine tune it. But so there it is. It'll be there next Thursday. I would ask um, just that you go take a look at it, and uh, if and just spend a minute before sending questions in. I think that's what I'd say. We're going to work really hard to make sure that it's self-explanatory, and uh, every time someone asks a question that with an extra minute they could have answered for themselves, then that kind of adds another 10 minutes into customer care that has to be paid for by investment or by sales, and it slows things down. So take a look at it. We're working really hard to get that all straight for you. Okay, Kate, what's next?
So you did. I had a question. Will I get my Lux Pro and PowerBrick Pro? Which you answered yes. You will be getting those. And anyone who ordered a PowerBrick will also be getting a PowerBrick Pro because we didn't have that many orders for PowerBrick, so we just thought, you know what, we'll just give everyone a PowerBrick Pro, which is an upgrade. So that's exciting.
Yep.
What else? So people are confused about where to look for their orders. There's 2 different places. However, it won't matter. After we give you your MagBucks, everything will be in one place, which we will email you. We'll send you a link to where to go to look. It'll be super easy and very clear. And next week, uh, when MagBucks go live, we will show everyone how to use them, and so I will show you in your account where the MagBucks will be and how you can use them from your one MagFast account.
Yeah, there'll be 2 things. There'll be a page on our website that's unique to you that will give like the full accounting line by line of any of the products that we're not shipping and not going to ship. There'll be the kind of this what we call the settlement page, which just explains how we've settled it and accounted for it, and then that total at the bottom, however many MagBucks it is, 100 or 500, whatever your number is, That will then be ready and waiting for you in the form of MagBucks inside
Your account.
your account. It's on the Shopify platform. Not that anybody cares about that, but Shopify is now the engine. I think Amazon is like 50% of US commerce, or 60% or something. Shopify is 20% of the remaining amount. I mean, like most major companies do their e-commerce on Shopify these days. There are other players, other worthy players out there, but we chose Shopify because it's become the dominant platform, and the one that is most familiar to users. And so you'll find when you log in there that the MagBucks are displayed, and we'll show you. You'll be able to click on them and use them right away.
Mhm. The last question is, we had a few people say, what can I spend my MagBucks on besides Lux cables? Because those are the main things that we have right now. So what are people going to be able to spend their MagBucks on?
Yeah, sure. So again, it's not your job to. I mean, investors, we always say, please, look look after the company as best you can. If you're not an investor, it's odd. I mean, it's not your job to look after the company. The thing that we would love would be exactly the same if you would go um, buy Lux. It is America's highest rated smartphone cable. People absolutely adore it. I have a member of our own staff bought 20 of them for a few months ago to give away as gifts. There will be PowerBrick Pro will be in stock. There'll be adapters, but yeah, it'll be a much more modest collection. We're working on some amazing new products, and we're also, one of the deals that I can't talk about would actually open up a much larger number of products as well. I think you'll find that you've got a generous number of MagBucks. Well, I know from whatever your unshipped amount was, we've tried to be as generous as possible against that. So maybe use some now, just to keep the kind of keep the what's it called? Put some oil in the mechanism,
Wheels
keep the
turning,
wheels
or
keep the
yeah.
wheels turning, and then save some of them for some new stuff coming down the pipe. I wish I could tell you more about the stuff we're working on, but I think you're going to be pleased and
Yep.
excited.
Yep.
And we'll give everyone an invitation to. I mentioned we're doing an investment round again fairly soon in the next month or two. We'll give everybody an invitation to that. It's no obligation. It's mainly for folks who haven't heard of us before, but of course we welcome our friends and family with open arms if you're interested in that. And that presentation will explain a little bit about this as well.
Yep. Well, that
Cool.
was all my questions. So I think we're good.
Very good. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you for your questions. I'm sorry you didn't manage to get to everyone. One did just come in from Captain Dennis. Hey, Captain. When will Gen 2 chargers be a reality? Not as soon as any of us would like, because doing it well takes time, but way, way quicker than Gen 1 took. We're working with one of the now top manufacturers overseas. Development is going well. We're taking our time to make sure that we get it right and make sure that it's truly, truly special. When we first announced the MagFast products, they were way, way ahead. And over time, the industry caught up with us. We want to make sure that the new stuff that we bring you is also way ahead. Okay.
Okay.
So as I say, everything that all the products that aren't going to ship are going to be listed for you next week. I can see other people answering. I can see other folks are asking questions in the chat, but all the questions that I've seen are answered with the body of what we've just said, which is 1 week from today, you're going to be able to see all of the products that are not going to be able to ship and the MagBucks against them. All right.
And magfast.com/status has information on products that aren't going to ship and slash or will ship. So if you just want like a nice table laid out for you so you can see it easily, magfast.com/status.
Status, and that's just a general page for everybody. You're going to have specific information from all of this data work next week. All right. Thank you so much. We're going to be here most weeks. And we'll definitely be here on my birthday, September the 12th, a week from today. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate it, man. Kate, as always, pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.